Another symptoms I observed while I was pregnant was the fact that at 3 months, you see this nose you are seeing here, this nose was becoming like this. In fact, at 9 months, my nose was eventually here. I'm not kidding. For those who know me can relate to what I'm saying. My nose will come here, and you see this one here is going to become as open. In fact, you don't need a mirror. You don't even need to stretch yourself to see the nose tree because it's going to be this way. Those who know me can actually relate to this video. Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. For the returning subscribers, I can really thank you enough. For those who are stopping by for the very first time, please do consider to become part of this very family by subscribing. And yes, today I'm going to be sharing my personal pregnancy symptoms that you rarely hear people talk about or even see them on the internet. Pregnancy is a very beautiful thing. You feel like a goddess when you have another being going right inside of you. The feeling is so magical. We can't even place a connection how this whole thing happened, how the egg grew and gradually changes to a baby and all that. Yes, people have different stories. People have different pregnancy symptoms. Some people are mild, some are severe, some even do not experience these pregnancy symptoms at all. And I want us to know that pregnancy symptoms actually varies from person to person. And what you feel or the symptoms you had with your first child might not be the same with the second baby. That is the mystery of this whole thing. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my pregnancy symptoms and the craziest thing I ever craved while pregnant. And the first thing was severe headache. The moment the doctor confirmed that I was carrying another being inside of me, I started having constant headache. This headache was so severe that even while I am deep asleep, I feel that someone is using a hammer on my head. That is how painful it was. In the morning, when people wake up strong and healthy, when people are feeling emotionally strong, that is when my headache actually starts. So if you're a pregnant woman and you are having constant, very severe headache, I wasn't permitted to take any medication at all, not even as little as 1 gram of paracetamol or any pain relief that is going to make me feel better. It was a no from my doctor. The second thing I suffered in my first trimester, when I knew that I was expecting, or we were expecting, a beautiful being in our family. So guys, I had a very sensitive nose. A heightened sense of smell is a very common pregnancy symptoms for most women. In my case, it was so bad. Like, you dare not put on a fragrance and you are coming close to me. You dare not wear a perfume of any sort. Anything that has to do with smell, whether good or bad, was a turn down for me. In the past, I remembered while I was pregnant, my husband was to make our soup. So he rushed off to work and I was in the house when I perceived the aroma from the meat sauce he was making. I became very irritated. I was uncomfortable. I wasn't fine. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stand. I had to tie my nose. Aroma was coming. It was just as if they brought it to my nose directly. I didn't know what to do. I went to lock the door. It didn't stop there. The smell, I refused to go. I said, is it how it is to be pregnant? Is it what my mom went through? I started crying because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even leave the house. Where am I even going to? What actually came to my mind was just to go and throw the water away. Yes, and I did exactly that. That is crazy, right? You can't blame me. A pregnant woman can do so many crazy and naughty things that you'll be asking, has this woman gone psycho? One name, yes, got psycho, like a serious one. So I went to take the water from the meat. I poured it into the sink immediately. Then the meat, I had to cover it properly. My husband came back and wanted to cook. I said, where is the meat, the water to the meat he boiled? I said, that I poured it away. He was looking at me. I was like, you poured it away? I said, yes, that I couldn't stand it. I want to go crazy just perceiving that thing from the kitchen. That was how bad or how sensitive I was to smell. I do not put on body creams for any reason. Even powder is a problem. The only thing I could wear comfortably or use is Vaseline. Anything that goes beyond that, white powder is even a no for me at that point. Yes. So another pregnancy symptoms that people do not really get to talk about is that of the vaginal discharge. Yes. People really don't want to talk about it. Maybe they feel the vagina is a very sensitive thing to talk about, to mention, be it in the public place, be it at home or something. So that was why I said what I'm going to be sharing with us on this video are some of the pregnancy symptoms that you rarely hear people talk about or even see at the internet. So vaginal discharge for pregnant women, it's so normal. Yes. It is so normal to have constant discharge. But you as a woman got to be or have to be very observant, because the moment your discharge changes to greenish or yellowish brown, please run quickly as fast as your leg can carry you to the doctor. Let your heels be reaching your head while you are running to see your doctor, because that is a sign of infection. It's not debatable. So take note, if you're pregnant, and for all women and ladies who are aspiring to become mothers and pregnant someday. So when you notice such, the wisest thing to do is to see a gynecologist, your physician, your doctor, a specialist. Yes. Another symptoms I observed while I was pregnant was the fact that at 3 months, you see this nose you are seeing here, this nose was becoming like this. In fact, at 9 months, my nose was eventually here. I'm not kidding. For those who know me can relate to what I'm saying. My nose will come here, and you see this one here is going to become as open. In fact, you don't need a mirror. You don't even need to stretch yourself to see the nose tree, because it's going to be this way. Those who know me can actually relate to this video. Sincerely, I don't know what is causing it. I don't know if it's a hormonal change. I really cannot say. But my nose gets larger, gets bigger, and everything about me. I remember at the point when I visited my doctor, she's asked me, are you also pregnant on your nose? That's to tell you how bad I used to look when I'm pregnant. Some women will tell you that when they are pregnant, they are glowing. Biko, I'm asking, please, where did you get the latest jazz? Because I need it. I need to glow when I'm also pregnant. Because me, when I'm pregnant, you can't take anything from me. I automatically changes from what you are seeing currently to something. I don't even know where to place it. I remember there were times I posted a picture of myself and my husband on my WhatsApp profile. My sister called me and said, sister, who is your husband? Who is that lady your husband took a photo with, and you even have to put it on your DP? I looked at her, I said, but that is me. She said, are you serious? I said, yes, that's me. I changed. I was so dark and I had black patches everywhere. So please, if you know what I can use to glow, like to shine, leave your comments on the comment section, and certainly I'm going to do just that, because I need to glow. I really need to. So one of the pregnancy symptoms I normally have during pregnancy is the fact that NASA go like I never had problem with eating. That was why I added about 25 kg while I was pregnant. I could take a bottle of wine alone. Eating wasn't my problem. So if you are pregnant and you eat more of sugar, you constantly feed yourself with sugar, please be well informed that you might have diabetic or diabetes as a result of your high sugar intake. So that is why you hear people saying that their blood sugar is high. This is because of what they take into the system. And the good thing about this is that it can be monitored, it can be reduced. It's something that has a solution. You can actually work on it. So another symptoms I'm going to be sharing why I was pregnant is this. When I got to my 3rd trimester, that was the height of it. I was constantly tired. Walking was a problem. I can't walk for 100 meters. Then I stopped going shopping. Anything that has to make me walk for a longer time, it was enough for me. I didn't have the strength as at then. I peel too much. It seems as if every 2 hours I have to use the restroom to ease myself. So this was one of the things I actually went through as a person. So the other thing I went through or I experienced as a result of my pregnancy is my craving. Sometimes we really do not know why we crave for some certain things. Some women can crave for food that they normally do not eat or don't even like before getting pregnant. But while they are pregnant, they find out or realize that they can't do without such food. So some people craving can be food related, while some can be crazy, going from non-food related things like clay and sand. And I'm telling you in this video that Jessie is one of such women who crave for non-food substance. I found out that when I was about 8 months, I cannot do without sand. I didn't know where that came from. Suddenly, I started craving for sand. The medical term use the word pica, to describe when you crave for things that are not related to food in any way. They said it could be as a result of the fact that your body is deficient in a particular nutrient. So they said. So I remember when I started having such craving, there was a sandstorm. I went to my courtyard and I gathered the sand. I tasted it. It was salty. I said no. I went outside my street. I picked some sand, tasted it. It was also salty. I was looking for sands that do not contain salt or that has 0 salt content in them. So I went to visit someone, and in her street I decided to test the sand. You won't understand. I became a sand tester. When I went there, I tested the sand and my body was at peace with me. I quickly got a container, poured it, and brought it home. So from time to time when I'm at home, and if I have to take my sand, do you know where I normally take them? I take my sand in the toilet. Yes, that is where I take them. But I was relaxing on the WC, take the sand. When I finish, after I quickly pick my brush and my paste, then brush my mouth very well. I remember there was a period my husband had to throw it away. Hey! And it became a routine that every weekend I have to go to that spot to take the sand, the amount of sand that is going to serve me for 1 week. Am I not crazy? The strange thing about this was the moment I delivered my baby, those urges suddenly started disappearing. Within 3 days, I wasn't even feeling like taking my sand, something I can't even do without. At the point, my husband brought it and said, wine. Naja, I started smiling, I started laughing. I asked him to trash it. He said, no, I can't trash it. The last one I trashed, you insisted that I should go and bring it back, and you want me to trash this. I said, no, I feel better. I don't have any such urge of taking sand again. When you see women who are craving for things that you don't understand, please, you don't need to understand. Because even we, women, don't even understand why we crave for such things. So people have different experiences why they are pregnant. And another symptom is stretch mark. At my tummy, a lot of stretch mark. I think this is something that is very, very common among pregnant women, especially we from Africa. We have a lot of stretch mark, and these are things that goes with time, okay? As time goes on, you find out that it is fading. Some say some creams works and all that. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, just know that nature will someday do justice to it. So guys, this is what I say. Let me bring to you this morning right here on this channel. Please feel free to share some of your pregnancy symptoms and also the craziest thing you craved for while you were pregnant. Just as I said, sand was my most craziest thing that I craved for during pregnancy. So thank you so much for watching, and please do consider to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment and share. Bye.